The rose is the kind of a flower that affects everybody, really. And we'll go on from there. I made Prime Minister Trudeau. I guess I likely made him famous because of a rose. I was invited to his 24 Sussex Street to plant peace roses in a program that I had, and to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the United Nations. And he graciously said, yes, you can come to my home and we will plant roses. And he did. But in the meantime, I had a rose in my lapel and he didn't. And he said, how come the rose? And I said, because it makes me feel good. And he said, really? And from that day on, Mr. Trudeau was wearing a rose in his lapel. It changed his outlook on life. When on the funeral service, all of those, I don't know, yes I can say it because I'm old too. All the old ladies started waving roses as the hearse went by. And I said, I made the guy famous, really. And I go to bed thinking that. Nobody knows it, but I know it. Meeting these famous people kind of went to my head. Then all of a sudden, I read in the paper where that Pope John Paul II was coming to Canada on his papal visit, and I thought we should have a rose for the Pope then. Lo and behold, they agreed. So, with friends, 3 friends, we took a trip to the Vatican, and along with the trip was the John Paul II rose, 500, and we planted them at the Pope's private garden at the Vatican and also at Castel de Gandolfo, his summer castle. And we stayed about 4 or 5 days, and I had the pleasure of having a private mass and communion with His Holy Holiness. Mm-hmm. And the amazing thing about it is that I didn't tell him I was a Protestant, and he didn't ask me, so I got away with it. Well, the first experience with the rose was with my parents. They were both good gardeners, and they leaned toward roses. And that became a part of my life. But the most important part of my life was when I met a girl named Nina, and strange as it may seem, my mother's name is Nina, and I began to send her 1 red rose every Saturday from Windsor to Detroit. But I would never send her more than 1 rose. And I have a phrase that I say to anybody, 1 rose says it all. And you can accomplish a lot, just as much with 1 red rose as you can do it with a dozen roses. And my name isn't McIntyre for nothing. I saved a lot of money. The rose is the queen of flowers. Everybody likes roses, everybody. It's the way that the petals are and the way that the colors can match and develop, and all of a sudden you're in love with a rose. Look at Trudeau. All of a sudden he became an unbelievable person to wear a rose. It changed his outlook on some simple, nice things. And you know, I get mad at him every now and then. He didn't even make me a senator. You know, I gave him a chance, but he didn't do it. And, well, anyway, if he had given me if he'd have made me a senator, goodness knows what would have happened to me. I wouldn't have kept having good ideas.